right. Here we go. Here we go. It's Tuesday. Really love to keep that music up, like really loud, but we have a few maybe non-headbangers. I don't know. Joseph, are you a headbanger? Just in time, Jason. Imperfect Streamers here. Joseph Clough, Joe, Dr. Energy. It's what? It's not Wednesday. You're full of it. It's not Wednesday. No way it's Wednesday. I even had to check. It's not Wednesday. Go procrastinate somewhere else. Okay, but it's Wednesday for Kevin Michael Reed. How is everybody this Tuesday night? We made it through Monday. Oh, that's a shame because Kevin's actually a nice guy. People like to hang out with Kevin. No. Kevin's not perfect. Not perfect at all. When he deprived us all of the music, not the music, but the talent's audio the other day during his, that depriving us of that at the start of the stream. I don't even know if it's at the start because it came in a little late, but anyway. None of us are perfect. But we're definitely far from imperfect. For sure. Been having fun with vMix. Although, I gotta fix my timer because I hit timer, or I hit start. Because I have a habit of running through my my scenes, but when I do that in vMix, it starts the countdown, and then I have to figure out how. I'm sure one of the experts can tell me. Hello, Kevin. How are you, sir? I did change over to vMix. Yeah, I'm officially going to get very good at vMix, so I can help some of my fellow streamers out that also use vMix and would like to take advantage of some of my design and graphics capabilities, but I want to be able to understand how the graphics system works in vMix so that I can provide the best possible I don't want to say service, but we'll have to talk about that, Kevin. What the difference is. We won't do that now, but vMix is I'm having fun learning it. Understanding the ins and outs and everything. It's a pretty good software. Well, that's up to Kevin. If Kevin wants you to leave, then certainly leave, but you don't have to leave on our account. So I just wanted to kind of go through trying to, you know, get back into a habit or a workflow of creating, you know, some overlays. I haven't done any overlays in a while. Would like to kind of start producing more for the guild store. So I was going to work on kind of a workflow here. Well, there you go. Say, Kevin, once you're gone, get out. Get out. My camera's a lot better than it was Sunday. Sunday, I made the mistake of right before going on. I made the mistake of messing with you know, trying to get my my background. I don't know, I felt like my background was not looking, I guess, blurry enough. I don't know. And my lights, you know, felt like, well, when I switched over to vMix, my camera looked a little different. In fact, I still feel like right now, like you know, something seems off with, you know, the frame rate, my frame rate. I don't know, but I'm gonna have to, you know, tweak a little more. But it looks better because for some reason the autofocus, I messed something up to where the autofocus was not working. So, you know, it is now. It's working now. But I was in this soft focus mode, so now I'm that's better. Turn that off up there. Now I'm not looking at myself on the big screen. So Sunday I got at least got a nice countdown timer screen built. This is the old one. This is the old countdown timer screen. And this is the new one. Old, new. I mean, you know, a little different. But I'm glad I don't look as pale. I was going to work on a better chat, you know, vMix social overlay. I didn't get a chance to, so I got that kind of, I don't like the slanty of that. Ooh, too big. Let's move some things around so I can get started. Let's get started. So we got a few images to work with. And a while back, I created this the artboard, several artboard layout for, you know, when I was working with, on Midwest and Xanthes, and also Morning Invest, which that's kind of the one I want. Wait, let me look at my. Yeah, I don't. This is not what I want. This is not what I want. Interfleet, how you doing? Welcome to Tuesday night stream. In fact, let me go grab this other. That's my output. I want to find, this is my final. It's opening it up into, yeah, all right. That's not the one, no. Here's the one I want. We'll just kind of go from start to bottom. So, what I did for this one is I use a combination of shape layers and then image layers, whichever image layer you want. Yeah, animated overlays. You know, it's what I'm doing right now is kind of going to be possible to do in After Effects too, and I'll speak on that here a little bit later. Come on, all right. So a lot of times, basically what I want to do is I want to create windows that are made up of, and that is not even that's not tonight. My brain is not going the way I want it. Let me find this other one. Let's do the just chat small. I think that one. I think. I think what I'm gonna do is just chuck it. We're gonna chuck it. chuck it all. No. We're going to go back to this. This is what we're going to. All right, we're going. I'm back. Had to move a bed. Let's see if Grimswell can put me to sleep. Yes. The last 5 minutes should have been able to do that handily. Handily. All right, so we have a stream. Oh, I've created several artboards. This is my branding template. Yeah, this is my branding template, and it's made up of a profile pic, a stream overlay, the BMAC header, a YouTube header, a YouTube little watermark, and a Twitter header, and a Facebook cover. The profile pic can be used on pretty much any of the social media that you want to use. But tonight, we're going to worry about overlays. So I'm just going to pull my stream overlay over here. And of course, one of the most prominent styles these days is when people have a just a border around their screen. Don't forget. Now you need to think GT title style. Yes, yeah. I'm turning those off. So one of the things I thought is going to make it easy, I guess, if I'm going to start putting together several overlays, and not have to build each one from scratch. I want to be able to, like I said, take some artwork, whether it be an abstract background, or a picture, or something. There's whatever style of background you're going to have. And I want to be able to just drop that in without having to cut it out each and every time. And one of the ways to do that is by using shapes. So let me clear that. I'm going to make sure I'm on my artboards. Now I'm using artboards. Artboards are different than your standard Photoshop layers. If you've ever used Illustrator, it's similar, because you can create artboards in Illustrator that house different designs. So you can create, a brochure, like a trifold brochure, and each artboard is a panel, for that. And then you can do, 3 artboards for the inside and 3 artboards for the outside, and have them all housed in their own, like little group. And so that's what I've done with, and I'm gonna let me create a new object here. So here you have a standard layer file with your layers, start out with a background layer. You can then go in and let me pick a color here and go in and, you know, just add elements, and any element you add, is, you know, a new layer basically. My shortcuts are not working. I don't know why. I don't know. But each of these is a layer. You know, and within this you can, you know, group layers, you know, which is basically a folder. But, you know, say you like this design, you know, and the only way to, like, keep it is to save a copy of it and then do something different. But you want to look at these designs side by side. First, let's get rid of the lock on that background there. We got rid of the background layer. Now it's layer 0. Well, you can create artboards from layers, and you simply got to go to the right over your layer, right click, and then you can go artboard from layers. It'll open up this dialog box. I got all my other stuff is opening up on my other screen that you don't see. You want to name the artboard, and then you could pick, you know, either a specific whatever you're creating for, or you can do custom. And so we're going to do 1920 by 1080, right? Standard size 16 by 9 high definition. Click OK. So now it created an artboard in my layers. With my group and the other layer 0 within that. So I could turn that group off. But now I can also turn the whole artboard off. Say I get a design. Oh, I love this design with my my circle, you know, my circle, my square. I've got it all in this nice, you know, centered row. I love this design. It's a great design. I really love it. But I want to try something different. But I don't want to destroy this design. So I can click on the artboard title. You'll see these pluses come up. And then I can click and it duplicates the artboard. Now, what you can do is hold your Alt key down and hit plus, and it will duplicate all the artwork within that artboard. So now I've got 2 of the same. Now I can experiment. I can go back and apparently not do anything. You know, select items within my old one or the new one. That's why you got to rename. Always name your layers. I didn't do it. Name your layers. I always like to drag my artboards to make them logical to me. Like artboard 01 copy, even though it went down to the bottom, is on the top. I don't like that. That bothers me. I'm OCD, I guess, that way. So I drag it down to the bottom. So now it's under. So now I go from top to bottom. Top to bottom. Are you with me? Without me. With me? Without me. Yeah. Night and day. Anybody? So there you go. Kind of a quick and dirty explanation of artboards, but you can make as many as you want. You can create different size artboards like you saw in my other design, right? There are all different size artboards. If I want to create another stream overlay size, I just, click the plus and keep going. So once you've established your main artboard for your stream overlay, we're going to kind of move into shapes. Now, depending on what you like to do, I mean, if you like to do a start menu or, a start scene, a full screen start scene, let's just say that you want to do just kind of a window, a start scene window. I'm going to use shapes. First, I'm going to color my shape green. You can color your shape any color you want. I take off the stroke, which is this little red line box up here. You click on stroke or the stroke color, and it opens up the color palette. There's a color chooser. You can color, choose a swatch. You can choose from the gradients. These are patterns, but we don't want anything in the stroke, so we're gonna say no color. Same thing with the fill. You can choose from swatches. You can choose the gradient. You could choose from the patterns. We're gonna use swatches, and like I said, we're gonna keep it on green. Green, to me, is like it's that color. It's that color. Yeah. Once you get it set up, it is very easy to. As you'll see, it's very easy to be able to pull in your background and move your background around. Maybe you've got certain pattern in it and you want it to look a certain way. You can then manipulate just the background graphic you're going to use, rotate it, scale it, move it, if it's got some dark and light areas and stuff in it. You want a certain texture to show through. So I got my green. Green is like green screen. I like using that because it just reminds me that that's an area that's going to be replaced by another color or something else. I'm going to hit the rectangle tool. I'm going to click up here and then hold my Alt key down. I'm going to click and then hold my Alt key down. You can also use your space key to kind of move it into place. Another good way to do this. Let me delete that. You can select your rectangle tool, click once. You'll get a little dialog box, right? And I can then go 1920 by 1080 and hit OK. There, and it creates the box, and I just got to center it, which you just got to, with that selected, go up to the top. You may have to go and well, now it's doing it to selection because I don't have anything, but sometimes if you have things selected that you want to center on each other, you might have to change it from artboard or canvas to selection, but I didn't have anything else on there, so we're good. So there you go. I've got my rectangle. My base rectangle. Now the trick here is now we want to subtract areas that our cam stuff is gonna show through. So I'm gonna go grab something real quick. This will help You know, I've got to find the goofiest picture I can find. All right. All right. So, with your rectangle selected, there are going to be some tools that you can use up at the top. The square layer is going to let you like create new shapes within this shape layer that you can either combine them, subtract them, intersect them, or exclude. We're going to do subtract, and make sure that your layer for the rectangle layer is selected, that you're on the rectangle tool, and that you're on that you've got subtract selected. And then you can go in here, hold your Alt key if you want to drag it from the corner. Now it cuts a hole. It cuts a hole right out of there. Now with that, now that you've got a new, rectangle that's, cutting out your hole. That sounded weird. Cutting out your hole. Yeah. Now that you've got your hole cut out, you're gonna take note of these other tools. The other arrows over here: a path selection tool and a direct selection tool. Path selection tool lets you select a path within that rectangle, and now you can drag it around. Wherever you want. Then you have the direct selection tool. You can use A to switch between the two, or choose, which again, my keyboard shortcuts are just like, fuck you today. I don't know why. Your direct selection tool, if you're familiar with Illustrator, lets you select the points along these paths. Now it's going to turn into a live shape, which means it's no longer going to be a rectangle. I'm going to click yes for now. But yeah, now I can create kind of weird shapes if I wanted to. But that's not what we're going to do. For now, we're going to stick with a good old rectangle. Go back to my path selection. I'm going to, with that selected, I'm going to delete it. Oops. Just making sure my my rectangle is. Hey, what's up, John? We're doing some Photoshop today, so if that's your thing, we trying to get back into doing some overlays, or getting prepped to do more overlays. So I'm going to Control C to copy it with my direct selection tool. Make sure I'm going to Control C, and then I'm going to go back to my subtract. Oops. Well, I'm going to leave it where it's at. I'm going to Control V. And that gave me two rectangles. what I want to do is hold my shift key because I want my next one. I want my next one, my little cutout to be a 16 by 9 also. So I'm going to hold shift. Let me make sure that the corners on these are all, oh, there we go. All right. And even though you can only see with that blue line, let's turn it red. I'm going to turn it red. Oop, not that one. Well, that turns everything red. Dang it. That's why I got to go with my direct selection tool and make sure you know it's selected because it's got the white, you know, the white corner and handles, and the background is not because you don't have your transform handles there. And then I can go back up and turn it red. Or not. Or not. You bastard. What it's doing is they're combined. So it's not letting me do that. That's why. So up here they're combined, or you know, they're in combined mode. So I'm with that one, it's selected. Let's do subtract front. Boom. All right, there we go. So now we at least got it subtracted. But now it's 16 by 9. It's a perfect 16 by 9 image. So I can turn this layer off, and let's say we'll take my cheesy yellow sunglass image here. We're going to transform that, and I'm going to shift, hold alt, and we're going to pretend like, you know, this is my cam. This is my kind of cam for placement image, and I want that to be, you know, up here in the corner. So I turn back my green overlay. So now I can go in with that direct selection or the path selection tool. I can move this, you know, where I want it. You know, maybe drag it out a little bit more. I'm gonna move my picture, my cam. I'm going to scale that up. All right. So now I've got a nice, you know, nice area that tells me, all right, all my green is where my cool background is going to go. You know, so let me go find my cool background. I think I have cool backgrounds. I don't know. I might have cool backgrounds. I hope they're cool backgrounds. Stream overlay. Overlay 1. I sing horrible. What is that other one? Kind of don't like these things, but let's go for it. Let's do it anyway. We're gonna do it. Let's do it live. Who knows that? Who knows who that was? Okay, so we got this kind of you know, crazy looking abstract background, and let's just say that's, you know, some awesome designer designed it. I didn't design it. It's not mine. I'm going to, it's selected. I see that blue line. I'm going to copy it. I'm going to go over to my overlay. I'm going to make sure I'm on that artboard that I want, and I'm going to Control V and paste it. Now, of course, it's pasted it over the top. You can't see anything now. But Photoshop has this nice technique of, being able to knock out or use like a matte, a bottom layer or a layer below it. And you do that by putting the layer you want to show on above, and the layer you want to have it, knock out from or matte from below. There's a technical term for that. There you go. And you hold your control and alt key, and when you see that little arrow with the square, boom. Now it just knocked out that hole for that background. Now, that background is still pretty big. You can tell by the blue borders. So, I have lots of playground here, for lack of a better term, now, because I can now with that upper image selected, the background image, I could sit there and move that around. To only show a portion I want. I can then scale it, to show more of the full background. One of the things you should always do if you're going to do this, if you're working in Photoshop, and Kevin will know this, if you have an image and it is larger than the actual layer or artboard, right click on it and then convert to a smart object. What that allows you to do is preserve that, because it kind of saves it into a mini Photoshop file that's contained within the Photoshop file, and you work non-destructively. Because, as we know, if you've worked in Photoshop before, and it's like, hey, dude, can you take this image I got off my webpage and blow it up so I can put make a photograph out of it? And you go, sure, Uncle Ed. It's not going to look good, because what happens is that that little, it's about that big, right? It's like that big, but he wants you to blow it up. And so what's going to happen, right, is you're going to sit there and scale it up, and it gets pixelated. Well, that happens if you have a bitmap image. When you scale it down, it's going to get rid of information. My camera's all messed up. I need to you can see the half of my face. That's actually a good thing. So you scale it down, and it's going to get rid of information in that image, and then when you try to scale it back up, it's just going to then try to use the information it has to and it's going to start looking fuzzy. So when you convert to a smart object, it preserves that. Then you can make this as small as you want. The detail is still there. And then you can go back and, go back to the original size, and it keeps that detail. I like having all the nice color stuff more towards the bottom. That kind of looks cool. What I like even more is if you Control T is the transform. You'll see the X come up. I can right click and then I can, flip that vertically. I can flip it horizontally. There's several other controls in here. We're not going to mess with them right now. But yeah. I like that. I kind of like that there. So now we've got a nice kind of, this green area that I can then, if I wanted to, oh, that's going to open up Illustrator. Crap. That's okay. I'll just drag it. I'm going to drag it over. I could drag this other file. Look how small that is. It's a vector file, so we don't have to worry. If I scale it up, it will look okay. Sorta. Maybe not. Jesus. Maybe these aren't vectors. Ugh. That sucked. I'll open up in Illustrator. We'll see how it looks there. Oh, yeah, that's a... Let's do this. I'm in Illustrator. Here's that same file. And it's a mesh, it's a vector, so it is a vector, but dragging it in just made it a bitmap. So I'm going to Control C. Go to Photoshop. Control V. When you're pasting it, it's going to ask me pixels or smart object. I want smart object. What's up, Mr. Impartial Geek? Yeah, it's one of those common tools. So now I can scale it up, and it looks a lot better that way. But I can do the same thing, right? We can use the bottom layer and cut out. Scale this up even more if we want. Oops. Control X never fails. Control X never fails. Especially when you want to get rid of stuff. So another thing I can do is, if I have, with that rectangle, I can sit there and put some layer styles on it. And I'm gonna pick. Let's pick that blue. We're gonna pick that, maybe a brighter blue. Yeah. Pick that brighter blue. I can then, give it a little bit more thickness. We can put it. It's on the inside. Look, and when you put it on the inside, it does it around everything. So if you like that look, that is true, John. What was her name? Yeah. What was that? What was her name? Okay, it's number 9 and damn. I should know that. That was one of those great shows. I should hang my head in shame. So I'm gonna leave it on the outside. Let's make that a little thinner. So you can add some borders to that. And the beauty of that is you can go back in with your selection tool, and because it's still a shape. Yeah, Barbara Feldon, but what was what was her agent number? With it still selected, I can go in here and create, rounded corners. I think I need to, let's see. Should be able to go in there and get rid of those corners, though. Gonna do them all together. Dang it. All right, there's a way you can do them independently. I'll have to figure that out. Elon Musk or Elton John? Smart was 86. 99. Got it. Yes. It's been a while. I could not remember. Could not remember. So this way, when we have this green, our little green, shape layer here, it needs glitter. It needs glitter. Maybe some sparkles, something. So yeah, so we can then go back to our direct selection tool, and maybe we just don't like it there. Oops, uncentered. There we go. We can select that box, and we can move it to the other side if we want. We can create 2 boxes. And then you could size those as needed. Of course, again, going back to, our art boards. Let's turn on a background here. So here we got layer 1, right? We got like our kind of start. Our start overlay. And now let's say we want to, did I just burp? Jesus. We're going to control, click the plus there, and that makes a duplicate of it. So now we've got our two overlays, and we can manipulate the background by simply, again, using that direct select tool or the path selection tool. Make sure you're remember, I got to drag this down because I hate it being, out of order. With our direct selection tool, I keep calling it direct selection. It's our path. What is that? It's our path selection tool. Hold the shift key down. Now we've got our second matching overlay. Right? Let's go to the move tool, click on the title. We'll alt click again. And we'll move this down to the bottom or under that maybe. It might not do it. It doesn't want to do it. There we go. There we go. When you drag it in between two layers, you'll see the double line. Then you can drop it. And sometimes it just does not want to play nice. So there we go. We can go back into our panel there. Alan! Hello, sir. Like I said, you can go in and we are going to, maybe we want to, create a place for, call to actions and lower thirds to appear. You can scale your border or your smaller rectangle up. So you got space for information under there. I'm going to get my artboard tool again and click on the name and alt click on the X, and we got another one. So now we have what, 4 overlays so far. And we haven't really done anything fancy. Yeah. You're out of order. What was that from? Oh, Dog Day Afternoon? Dog Day Afternoon. You what, man? You can't handle the truth. Or it's, I want the truth. So, on our next layer, we're going to put some pretty little trees. Again, I'm going to use my path selection tool. Select the innermost path. If it lets me, come on. Come on! There we go. You select it when you see the white handles show up. I can then, scale that, because maybe I need to interview boxes. I need interview boxes. May the layer be with you. Woo-hoo. And, all right. So with my path selection tool selected, and I click on the path, hold down my Alt key, you'll see a little X come up. That means you're duplicating. And it's like you got to have good finger dexterity. Use your pinky and hold down that shift key and then slide it over. Now you got a 2-box. A 2-box. 2-box Shakur. That was horrible. I'm ashamed of myself for saying that. 2-box Shakur. The next one, I'm gonna do the Impartial Geek Special. This is what I'm gonna do. The Impartial Geek Special is about to come up. Here we go. With this art, I'm gonna select my artboard tool. Select the name. Alt. Hold your Alt key. Press that plus key. All right, so the here it is. It's the Impartial Geek Special. Get your pass selection tool chosen. Get in there on that. Get in there. Get. Okay, you may have to go and select your rectangle, and then go back and select it. Now I'm going to take this. I'm going to make it skinny. And move it over to the side. Skinny and to the side. Then I'm going to select my other box. I'm going to shift. I'm going to bring it wide. And there it is. There is the Impartial Geek. Here's the Impartial Geek. No, I'm not showing you that. I'm not showing that to nobody till it's, ready to be shown. That's an Impartial Geek Special right there. Yeah, I'm working roughly here. It should be 16 by 9 for sure. I can go. What can I do? I can go. There we go. It's 720. 720. And then we'll just hold the shift key and drag it out more. And there's nice 16 by 9. And, what? Here we go again, changing colors. Now, all right. So far, we've kind of just stayed traditional, right? Some rectangular boxes or whatever. I mean, it's nothing fancy. We're doing kind of quick mock-up, styles to show you how you can use shape layers. Shape layers to control the cutouts of your overlays, so you can have your cameras and screens and everything underneath it. One of the things I like about doing it this way is you don't have to stick with rectangles. You can take your pen tool. Right, and I'm going to turn off the colors here. I'm going to go in. I'm even going to turn off. Let's turn off the stroke for now, and then you can go in with your pen tool. Yes, go ahead. Ask away. Ask away. Wait, hold on. Let me. I am using vMix. Let me. All right. David has a question. Nice is not a question. Nice is not a question. It is. It's. Yeah. All right. So who had the worthy of? Oh yeah. You're out of order. Just wrong. All right. There's a question incoming. We have a question. We have a question incoming. While I'm waiting for the question, you can use the pen tool on these shapes because basically the shape layers in After Effects are like vector, vector layers. They're like layers. And here we go. Okay, if I were to create several of these things in Canva and made the backgrounds for all the cutouts green, would it be easy? It would. Yes, it would be very easy. Yeah, very easy, especially if you use the really bright, neon green. Just got to make sure, kind of look and see how much anti-aliasing. Don't try to use any glows or drop shadows within the green. That green. There you go. We can add them after. We can add a glow after we do the cutout. I mean, the thing is, we just want that. I'll zoom in. We want these areas as clean as possible. Well, you just wouldn't add it, right? I mean, I think as long as you're not, purposely using a glow effect, I don't think it'll worry about it. It shouldn't add a glow. Correct. Well, some of them do. Some of them do. I sat there and tried to find like a rounded corner rectangle in Canva the other day. It was almost impossible because they all had some sort of like shadowy glow. Yeah, go test one right now. You do your thing, drop it over in, wherever you want to drop it. I'll pull it in and we can do that. I will get back to talking about, okay, the pen tool. The only dimensions I'm using for and this is Alan asked the question. The only dimensions I'm using is like 16 by 9, and that's if I create the main shape, I'll make a copy and then shrink that down. I don't necessarily I don't necessarily have, like, for here, there's no dimension for that. You know, this, of course, if you're going to share your screen, you kind of want it to be 16 by 9. Right? You know, and for any other kind of like 2-box or interview boxes, it's you just want to divide them up equally, you know. I did this one simply, you know, it was a 16 by 9 that I kind of shortened that way, or decreased the height on, so that we'd have an area to play with for, you know, call to actions to come up. And this is a 16 by 9 box. Does that make sense, Alan? Well, I'm doing it quickly, and I'm not being very specific, but, you know, it sometimes it comes down to, you know, just kind of eyeballing it, right? There is no really wrong way to do it. Oh, dang it. Give me a second. Did not want to do that way. Stop. Stop. Now let's do it this way. All right. There's nothing wrong with being fussy. Hey, see ya, Joe. And Joe, again, apologies. I will be following up on that ASAP. As long as each box and the multi-box are the same size, correct? Yeah, sure. There's no hard and fast rule. I mean, if you want, you know, if you're going to have 2 guests, you know, 2 guests, or, you know, 1 guest and you, then you can make them equal size. Say you're going to have 2 guests that are sitting in the same room, right? You want to do like a 1 and a 2 box, where there's enough room for 1 person on one and enough room for 2 people. So you can have one, you know, 1/3 and the other 2/3, you know. All right. So we got this green here. I'm going to go in and I'm going to use my magic wand. Maybe. Yep. I've got my little ants. I'm going to use, I'm going to hit the plus. Boom. No green jaggies. So there was no glow. I mean, that's not even visible. Let's I mean, I'm not seeing anything that's like really sticking out. Looks clean to me. Groovy. So what I was getting at before is you can take the pen tool and you can create, you know, different shapes. When you got your path selected, you use the pen tool, use your, you see the plus, you can add a point. Now, sometimes it'll add like handles to it, which means it adds curves. So, you know, I could do a curved path if I want. Right? I can make it look wavy. Now, if I don't want that curve, with the pen tool selected, you can use the Alt key, and it's the anchor point tool. And if you click on the anchor point, it'll turn it into a just a point without the handle, so it won't be like a spline. It'll be just kind of a point. And then you can select that point and move it, and it'll be angular, right? I like doing this to where you can, you know, create a couple points, make sure they're, you know, not curved points. You can then use the direct selection tool, select points, and then just, you know, create little, you know, little areas that break the bounds. You know, you want, say you don't want this to be a corner up there. You can either then select a point with the pen tool or roll over. You'll see the minus key. It'll turn it into a shape or into a regular path and not like a rectangle. Oh. Photoshop, why do you mess with me so bad? Why? What you do is select it, make sure there are not any curves. You select it with that direct selection tool, and then hit delete and say yes. There you go. Because apparently the other way did not want to, you know, do what I wanted to do, which happens. You know, you can kind of make it look more like, you know, sci-fi interfacey if you want. Yo, what's up, Dr. Hilo? From Puerto Rico. Making me jealous. Add some more points here. Subtracting that point. I'm just going to say yes. And it still does it. I got to figure out why it does that to me. I don't know. It should not be doing that to me. To me? I should be able to just click that and say yes. There we go. No. Ugh. You're killing me, Smalls. No. All right. Google. 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 What's that say? When I do that, it says... Turn the live shape into a regular path. Okay. The regular path is sticky. That sounded disgusting. The regular path is sticky. In Photoshop, I don't know how do you ask that question? Aha! There's one key to stop the annoying snap in Photoshop. Well, do tell. Come on now. No, tell me. I love the guy from Pixin Perfect. Sort of, if you've not seen that, yeah, yep, yeah, yes. Pixin Perfect guy, the Pixin Perfect guy. Go to YouTube Pixin Perfect. I love that guy, man. His hair. He's got great hair. Okay, I don't think he's telling me what I want to know. I just, Pin path issue. Maybe that's what they're trying to tell me. Oh. Yeah. That's no. All right. Okay. That's not. No. Yeah, that's nope. Really? Google, you're no help at all. So how to make it? I don't know. Work smartphone. It's got to be smart guides. It's got to be smart guides. Got to be the smart guides. The smart guides are too smart for me. Somewhere there's an answer to that question. All right, so what we should be able to do is click on that and then don't show that again and say yes. But I guess look at it. It's sticky. It did it perfect that time. I don't know why. Bastard. All right. Anyway, there we go. So the advantage is, again, you can create whole command or something. I don't know. I hit a key, it's one of those things. I'll figure it out. There's probably something I'm missing up here that says, hey, turn this off, you idiot. So now I've got an interesting, a more interesting looking border area for my window, Instead of the boring old rectangles and Hello, Shabam. How are you? Welcome to the channel. Is that protocol? Is that protocol for Behance? I mean, this is Photoshop. It's I'm familiar with Behance, but I'm not familiar with protocol for Behance. Well, I mean, you've got to have amazing overlays for an amazing OnlyFans site. I use Bromance. By Menon. I bet you there is a Bromance by Menon. I bet you there is. You know there is Bromance by Menon. And if there isn't, we're going to find it on Amazon. No, it's the bro. Hey, I was just thinking, I was like, no, it's Bromance. Can we get away with using the Seinfeld sayings? I think we can. It's like, it's the bro. Not a bra, it's the bro. By Menon. How do I chat and stream at the same time? Wow, how do you do that? How do you chat and stream at the same time? I mean, I usually just, you know, talk. Yeah. I mean, like I look at my chat and then chat with folks. Do you stream? Are you a content creator? And forgive me if I don't pronounce it right. Shabam. I know there's probably some inflection in there that I'm not. Bronco by Ronco for you old guys. Bromance. I said Bronco. Bronco. My words are going bromance. Yeah. Awesome. That cool. How long have you been into how long have you been a designer? Do you just do graphic design? Do you do digital, mainly digital? Do you do motion graphics? I come from the old days of print. You know, right when web design started out. And now I'm an aspiring old content creator. Is that where they went down the waterfall and into that dinosaur land with the slee stacks and Partial Geek? No, that's Land of the Lost. Sorry, yeah. Yes, I know that. I know it's Men at Work. I mean, Colin Hay. You know, I remember Colin Hay. That hurt. That hurt my eyes. That hurt my eyes. Okay. All right. Here's a joke. Here's you can tell we're getting it's bedtime. It's getting close to bedtime for folks like Impartial Geek and myself, the old folks, because things might not register as jokes. And not saying that you didn't know what I was talking about, because obviously you did. But last night I congratulated a coworker on LinkedIn Learning, or on LinkedIn, not LinkedIn Learning, that he was, back at this an employer for 2 years. So he messaged me back, thanks, and then he said, no, it's 9:39. I go to bed about 10. I keep forgetting you're a little bit behind me. You're no longer on Indiana time. So, like I said, hey, yeah. So I was like, yeah, dude, cool, groovy. You congratulations. He said thanks, and he said it almost seems like the last 4 years in Terre Haute didn't happen. And I said, what 4 years? Then he proceeded to explain to me what he was doing for the last 4 years. I let him finish. And then I said, I really suck at jokes. Because, when I said, what 4 years? Because I was trying to play off of his whole, the last 4 years didn't happen. And I was like, what 4 years? Yeah. Shut up. Just shut up. I can feel you judging me. Worst joke ever. I know. It was terrible. It was terrible. I thought it was funny, but it was like 10 o'clock at night. He admitted he was like, he finally got it, and he kind of admitted, it's like, yeah, I am, I'm an old man. It's bedtime. I need to go to sleep. I was like, yeah, me too. So, but yeah, I knew it was men at work. I just, I'm just being mean, or mean, which is me, and well, I didn't mean to talk about it the last 4 years before I went to bed. I simply hit the, hey, congrats and then he answered. I wasn't expecting an answer. I mean, who did what? Not, am I the only one that kind of sits there and texts when I'm about to go to sleep? That's a good rule. Did I just assume Men at Work's gender? Did I? I don't know. Did I? All right, so Shabam said, I don't know, when I work on projects on Photoshop, automatically closed and not saved. I hate it when I do that. So I should do that now. Save. Always be saving. I don't know why Kevin didn't say always be saving. Because I should always be saving. ABS, folks. ABS. Minute woke. It's not minute woke. Minute work. I don't know. I'm not woken. I'm not quite woke anymore at the moment. I'm probably getting sleepy. So I'm not. Woke's for in the morning. I'll woke up in the morning. Woke is for the left. All right. So, anybody got any questions about the Photoshop stuff? I mean, it basically, I just, I can build a template like this that has all the variations of the windows. What is the complete history on Photoshop and the name? What is the complete history on Photoshop and the name? History of Photoshop. Well, Photoshop was developed in 1987 by the American brothers Thomas and John Knoll. If anybody is interested. How much have I paid for it in my lifetime? That's a good question. Yeah, how do you make a rainbow window cutout? A rainbow window cutout. I'll have to. Yeah, not the. It doesn't look like it was the Adobe brothers. It looks like they, the evil corporation stole it from them. No, they sold the distribution license to Adobe Systems, which in 1988. So Adobe did not even come. Photoshop did not even, start with Adobe. My reality is shattered. The original purpose of Photoshop was to display grayscale images on a monochrome display. Where else do you think I'm going to get the information from? I got too much memory. Well, not enough memory. That's not too much memory. I got not enough memory. I can't keep that shit in my head. They didn't teach that stuff in school. Rainbow style frame. Oh, you want a rainbow style frame? Oh, okay. I got too much of, too much exhaust fan. My hard drive is dragging. Well, we'll just take this one where I created a stroke from the layer style. I don't eat broccoli. I hate broccoli. Oh my God, I hate broccoli. You can't see, yeah. That does help. That does help. Oh man. It's more like the Commodore 64. I'm an abacus. All right. So, like what I showed before, one thing you can add on these frames is the stroke. And that's done with a layer style. Where is that one? Let me make sure I'm on the right one. All right, that's the bottom one. There we go. All right, up here. So you see, I've got a blue stroke around it, and I've done it with a layer style. Double click and go to your layer style. Fill color, you can use a gradient, right? They have a rainbow one already. Boom. Rainbow. Rainbow. There you go, Interfleet. Rainbow. Next. Next. That's one way to put borders on it. You can actually just I just happen to have a rainbow laying around. Not with actually let me go back up here. So I've got my rainbow and I want another one, right? I think we can go to the stroke. If you hit the plus key, you know, I mean, you hit the plus key, it'll add another stroke. And we'll do a little test here. So we're going to make this one red, and then we're going to go back to our other one and make that one blue. We're going to keep that one blue. We're going to zoom in here so we can see it better. Now, like in Illustrator, you can add an appearance to an object, and you can add multiple strokes to that also, and this should work the same way. So we have the top stroke and the bottom stroke. So I'm going to go to the bottom stroke, and yep. So now I've got a bottom stroke and a top stroke. Now let's say we want to, I'm going to turn the middle one white. I like to do this on logos, you know, sports logos and stuff. You just got to increase the size of the stroke. You know, the length of the stroke. I mean, maybe we add another one. And that one is black. Billy Squire. So there you go. That's something I didn't even know you could didn't realize you could do. All these years using Photoshop. But that's nice to know. You can create some nice effects there. All right, gang. It's almost 10 o'clock. My new job is kind of a stressful job. It's, you know, a lot of complicated work, and if I don't get a good night's sleep, you know, if I can't create the perfect thumbnail, and that you know, that just won't do. So I need to get some sleep. Or is it a banana and yeah. Just, you know, make like a tree and, you know. All right, guys, thanks for hanging out. Hey, the Partial Geek, thanks for you know, everything. Interfleet, as always, appreciate it. Hope you got something out of this. Joseph, Dr. Elo, Kevin, thanks Joe, who's already gone. Joe Energy was here. I'm telling you, it does. It kind of does. It kind of does. Jason, if you're still there, appreciate you. Joe, I thank Joseph. I thank Kevin. I thank Dr. Elo. And what is this show? Dude, and sorry if I mangle your name. I really do apologize. Shabam, thanks for popping in, man, and you know, come back. You know, we could talk graphics some more, and you know, that'd be cool. Who else was in here? Man, my chat just blew up. John, can't forget John, because man, you've been giving me some good help with Alan. Alan was here. Alan is, if you're still here, hopefully you're still here. If not, we'll see everybody. Oh yeah, and partial imperfect streamer was here, so I'll kind of, you know, throw a shout out to him. But anyway, gotta wear shades, folks. Gotta wear shades. Tomorrow's Wednesday. Go out, be creative. And we'll see you Tuesday. Tuesday back here at 8 p.m. Central. And I love vMix, man, because, you know, when I hit this end key, it's going to throw up my end screen, and I can just go. I can just walk off, because it will end the stream for me. It's great. You know? So, peace.